Hey guys, so it is still over 100 degrees here in New Jersey. It is the last day of this tremendous heat wave that we've had, but I decided that I'm going to take a break from the outside and I'm going to work on some projects inside, specifically some succulent projects. So two things that I want to get done is one, I wanted to try to make a succulent wreath with this living moss wreath that I purchased off of Amazon. And the second thing that I want to do is go ahead and refresh this very sad, very pathetic looking succulent pot that I had planted about 2 years ago. And it looked great for the majority of those 2 years, but I think over the winter I had pushed it to the back of my plant shelf and completely forgot about it, and it's time for a refresh. She looks very sad. So let's go ahead and start with the wreath. Okay, so for this wreath, I purchased this sphagnum moss wreath off of Amazon, and it basically is sphagnum moss wrapped in some kind of a netting that's been attached to by what looks like fishing wire onto just a wreath form. So if this works, this might actually be something that I can kind of do on my own without having to purchase it, because it looks fairly simple to DIY yourself. I tend to use just these doggy wee pads because they make an excellent way to kind of make a mess on it, and you can very quickly clean it up. So I have that. Scissors in case we need them. I have floral pins. I have some moss from other projects that may come in handy at the end if I want to hide any open space. I have my husband's fishing rig for some fishing line just to tie the moss on. And then I have obviously a ton of these succulents. Now, I purchased these off of Mountain Crest Succulents. They are great to work with every single time that I've ordered from them, which has been quite a few times because I do run a lot of workshops in my studio with succulents. The quality that they send and the freshness that they send is fantastic. I ordered two different kinds. Now, you can order just regular ones in these little tiny containers, or you can order cuttings. So I ordered cuttings because I'm wondering if cuttings will be just as good for this. If you put these succulents into sphagnum moss, they root really, succulents in general root really easily. So I'm thinking the cuttings will work just fine. You won't need to get actual rooted ones, but I'm gonna play with it and see. And then the floral pins will be used to kind of secure everything in place so it doesn't fall out. Now, according to the instructions of this, what you're supposed to do, I went ahead and wet the sphagnum moss. If you ever work with dry sphagnum moss, you'll know it sheds a lot and is very, very messy. Sphagnum moss in general is very messy, but wetting it seems to make it a little bit better. I also think it's easier to wet it before you actually start planting everything, to make sure it's nice and moist. In terms of care afterwards, I think, again, with sphagnum moss, this should be fairly easy if I just take a large bucket or a tub and I just dunk it in there. Succulents don't need to be watered very often, so I'm thinking if I water it once every couple weeks, once every month-ish, it should be just fine, depending on where I keep it and what the weather's like. If I'm keeping this outdoors and it's really, really hot, it's probably gonna be a little bit more frequently, like once a week, once every other week. If I'm keeping it indoors, I could probably get away with doing it once a month. So we have our wreath. Some of these bottom leaves can be taken off. And what you want to do is make a hole . Then like that, and then I guess we could take one of our floral pins, because this one is a bigger one and kind of heavy, and tack it in. You see it tacked right there? And start making our way around. Now the one thing that I'm doing is I'm taking these bigger ones and I am kind of spacing them out. So I'm working from all 4 or 5 sides of the circle so that all the big pieces are spread out, and then going in and filling in with these smaller ones. So that's the first thing that I'm doing. The other thing that I'm doing is I'm trying to make sure that the textures and the colors are evenly spread out. So that's another reason why I'm not just working from one side and going around, to make sure that there is balance across the entire thing. Okay, so here's where I am so far. So it's nice and full. I did end up using almost all of my cuttings. I didn't end up using any of the rooted succulents. I've seen people use them before. To me, cuttings is so much easier because you can literally just slide them into the sphagnum moss, and as you can see, secure them down with the floral pins. Now there is a lot of waste, so if you want to make new succulents from all these, you can. Now what I'm gonna go do is use the moss to fill in any of the gaps. I have all different types of moss. I have reindeer moss, and then I have just preserved moss, which that might be the way to go. Let me see. I think I might go with the reindeer moss. The reindeer moss is nice and soft and pliable. And so, whereas the preserved moss is stiff, so, you know, it makes a mess as you kind of break it apart. The reindeer moss, you can kind of just smush in to where you need it, and then once again, secure it with the floral pins, excuse me. Let's see. Yeah, definitely. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. All right, so I finished the wreath up. I moved it aside. We will go ahead and hang it up on the front door once I'm done and cleaned up with everything. Now I'm gonna move on to making the succulent centerpiece. So I had dumped everything out of here previously. I threw it into my compost pile. I just used regular Coast of Maine potting soil, nothing special. I did moisten it a little bit just to make it easier to work with because it was very dry, it was very dusty. And now all I'm going to do is start placing the succulents in here. Now these are going to be rooted succulents. I think that you can use succulent cuttings for this project as well, but since I had the rooted succulents, I'm going to go ahead and use that. Now, similar concept where I'm going to be probably starting with the larger ones and dispersing them evenly and looking to make sure I am evenly distributing based off of texture and color and size and things of that nature so that it doesn't look like everything is all clumped together. Now I forgot, this is one that came as a cutting. You can see it's huge. It's almost the size of my hand. Too big to use on the wreath. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to see if I can root it in here, which I should be able to. There's no reason why I shouldn't. I'm gonna take the bottom leaves off that have already yellowed and kind of died off. And I'm just going to lay it on top of the soil. Now, of course, my hands are dirty. So I got this all cruddy. And that's really all it should take. I can take a little paintbrush and kind of clean the leaves off once everything is set in. Now this is one of those projects where more is more. So You want it to be nice and full and abundant. Now I'm gonna go in, and this one, instead of using the reindeer moss, I am gonna go ahead and use the dried moss and just go in between any place where we see a open spot and just fill it in. Now this would also be good if we had cuttings. If I didn't use all my cuttings in my previous project, I may have one or two that I can kind of just slide in there. But the cuttings, honestly, the cuttings are really, really good. And the next time I order, I probably will order 2 boxes of cuttings and 1 box of rooted succulents, because I feel like the cuttings come in a little bit more in handy because they're great for filling those spaces. Okay, now in terms of care tips. Now this container, I think I forgot to mention before, I had purchased at Home Goods a number of years ago. It is painted terracotta, which is great because it means that it doesn't leave the soil soaking wet. In terms of care, I usually put this on top of our kitchen table, so anywhere where it gets a lot of light, not direct sunlight, just a lot of light is good. And then I water it very, very infrequently, maybe once every 3 weeks or so. And that lasted me a couple of years until I completely forgot about it. So those are the 2 biggest tips, is just to keep it in a well-lit area and water it sparingly when you start seeing things really look dehydrated. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get this watered in, get this a little bit cleaned up because I do have some dirt all over the place. Then I'm going to clean up after myself. I'm gonna set this in place. I'm gonna put the wreath on the front door, and I'm gonna show you what the final product looks like. Okay, so here we have the centerpiece for my kitchen table. And then we have the wreath for the front door. Now this does have some weight to it, so you want to make sure that whatever you use is going to hold it. Now the one that I have is basically just a suction cup, so I don't trust it too much. I am going to go and get one of those that go over the door. So let me know if you guys have any questions on this project, or if it's something that you guys would try on one of these sweltering hot days, because it's a nice one to do when it's nice and air conditioned inside. I hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll see you in the garden.